Hey YouTube, this is Michael from We's Into Snakes.
And Barbara.
And we've been working on a couple different projects. We've got this rack here. If you've been watching or viewing our Instagram page, you'll see where I worked on this rack. It's a rack I picked up from another breeder, and we went ahead and replaced the heat tape on it. And I figured while I was doing it, I like to have extra tubs anyway, so I went and picked up some new tubs to go ahead and put some new tubs in here. Also, the tubs that were in here, the holes, I was kind of concerned with the size of the holes that were in them because we have our colubrids in this rack here. And that's why we were doing this one, is go ahead and change out the colubrids, because then I took the colubrid rack, which is kind of off camera. It's like this way up front. And I took some of our ball pythons that needed to be upgraded, and I put them into the colubrid rack. We'll do a video on that and show you what some of the ones that we moved up and so forth, which some of them are available. So, but anyway, this is we went ahead and did this rack here, changed it up. Like I said, I changed out the tubs. All of these snakes are pretty good size. There are breeders. We got king snakes and corn snakes in here.
Hognoses.
Oh, and hognose snakes. We'll be picking up some more, I'm sure. But I got
one extra space.
One space left. But I'll probably give me another one of these racks too.
That empty space is for the missing king snake.
Yeah, if he ever shows up. I called him and he still didn't show up.
Nope.
So, so anyway, we'll go ahead and why don't you go ahead and show them what snakes you got in there? Okay. But anyway, we did change the heat tape on here. We got a thermostat that's the VE 300 X2, so it's got two different zones on it as far as the heat. So you can set two different temps. Normally the top will get warmer than the bottom because heat rises. So I like when you're doing a tall rack like this, I like the two different zones and so forth. So it's not plugged in yet because we just got finished setting this up, and this room is warm. This room is probably 80 some degrees. So nice and warm in here. So anyway, go ahead and show them what you got.
Alright, so this, starting at the bottom, we have our male hognose. He hasn't done anything for us yet.
And he is a anaconda morph.
Beautiful black belly on him. But he hasn't done anything for us yet. He has just gone into the girls' tub and then runs away. So
he is a anaconda morph and het albino.
And then my female is the same. She's a pretty big girl. It's taken them a while to get to the size they are. I don't know if they're normally slow growing like this, but they eat pretty good, except they haven't eaten since they've come out of brumation, which we just took them out of brumation about a week or two ago, actually. And they haven't taken their first meal yet. This is my female. So now we're getting into the corn snakes here, and this is my albino het snow. This is my male breeder. He's probably buried. Unless I still have him paired up. And I might still have him paired up.
Where would he have been at? We got this one and this one, so.
So, this one I did have him paired to. It was given to us as a female. And she is once he says that down. It's probably here. Maybe we're here. She is albino, head snow, head scaleless. But every time you put the boy in there, she gets really crazy like another male would do. And I have not ultimately sexed this one yet, just to see if it actually is a female. But she goes crazy every time you put the male in there, like it's two males. So I think I put them in with the snow. That's my king snake. Yeah, right here. So I did put him in with a female. So this would be my male corn snake. And he is an albino het snow. He made babies for me last year. I got 2 snows out of the project and 1 survived. The other one was funky in its egg when it hatched. It was upside down. Did come out, but eventually like a week later died. So this is my male. And I did have him in with my albino girl. My snow girl, not my albino girl. And see, we showed her. And this is a het snow. She gave us our first clutch last year. And I still got some of her babies that are available. So they'll all be like het snow, het albino. Because Daddy's the het of the albino and they're both het snows, which gave me the snows, like I said. You can tell they're crazy. And the reason why we were worried about the holes too big in the tubs is corn snakes are escape artists. Very.
One thing we like to do is we take these, as far as hides and stuff, these bowls you can get at Walmart for like 50 cents. And we just cut a little hole in them. And right there you got a hide. 50 cents for a hide. So
he just gave away our secret.
Yeah. So,
no, we have a little heating element and we just cut the hole right out of it and then sand it down.
If you're going to buy them and if you're in the area, go to the Suffolk Walmart on Main Street.
Actually, the best time is after each seasonal change when they mark down the seasonal colors down to 25 cents. And then you get a bunch of those. So this is my snow female corn snake. They're all feisty right now. Like feisty, but very crazy. She's beautiful. I did just have the male in there with her. I don't know if they locked or not because they were yeah, no visual. They were separated. They did lock last season for me, but she didn't give me anything. So my next 3 I have are all king snakes. I have 2 males and a female. My female right now is not breeding size, so I am looking for a cow king breeding size female. I am not food. Thank you. So this is a male. He's a chocolate. And his stripes are very like brown. They kind of look black on camera, but they're... And he is a really good boy. He's a really good eater. I got him at breeding size. They were at a show and a girl... I was the only one that showed interest, so they came back to me and made me a deal for him. He's a really good boy. And we'll just look at the male. And this is my male albino. Come
just
back.
went to the back.
I know. I just cleaned you. Thank you. This is my male albino. Cow king. Super gorgeous. He's twitching at me. He probably smells the other one I just had in my hands. They're all really good eaters. This one right here, if anybody gets baby ball pythons that are deceased and you freeze them and you save them, they want to focus on Michael. He likes to eat them. We've offered them to all of our kings, and he is the only king that loves ball pythons. We don't let them go to waste. If for some reason they don't survive hatch or something like that, he's our one. He'll eat them. And last but not least is my little female girl. And she's probably buried too. They all just got clean. There you go. So they're all making their new tunnels. This is my little female. She's my little mosaic. She's not big enough yet to do anything. But when we got her, she was super tiny. So she is growing. She's growing good. She's just not there and ready yet. We do have another colubrid out in the living room. She's in a nice little display tank. She's a Mexican black king snake. That's what we had the male for.
You got two of them. You got Cornelius too.
Oh, and then we have Cornelius, our corn snake out there. He was our very first snake ever. He is a blood red. I think that's what they call him.
I think so.
Like a blood red. He's ginormous for a corn snake. I mean, ginormous compared to these.
You want me to go get him?
You can.
I'll go get him.
When we got him, we lost him. Well, we didn't lose him. He escaped. He went on a mini vacation for 2 weeks.
I don't know if I can get out now. You got the door blocked.
Oh. Just pop it up. Excuse me while I move you guys around. And our iguana is out. She's making her rounds through the house. Okay. Fix the light here. All right. Yeah. This is our big boy.
You got hold of me.
Yeah. This is our big boy. This is Cornelius. He is ginormous compared to all the other corn snakes that we have. Here you go. Here's like all of him. He is a big boy. Woo.
He's actually the first snake that we bought when we got into doing the snakes this go around. He's the first one we bought and added to our collection. And then we got hooked on the ball pythons.
And then we had to get a ball python because they're like, well, bigger, they won't escape. This one escaped through the hole the size of a pencil eraser, which we learned that if you have anything that small, they can get out, and they will get out.
When he was little, he could. He ain't gonna get out of that now.
He ain't gonna get out of it now. He works his way of trying to actually push the glass open on his tank, which is sliding glass. So we do have to keep it locked and pinned because he will try to slide the glass around. And
the only other thing we got is the
you take him, and I'll get the Mexican
black king snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, this is the when my daughter came to us and said she wanted snakes. This is the first one we bought, and it escaped. It's gone for 2 weeks before we found him, but he's been good. Got your tail in my eye. One thing about the colubrids is they seem to be a lot more flighty than like a ball python or even a boa constrictor. So depends on like if you're looking for a pet and that kind of thing. If you could deal with something that's a little bit more flighty, you know, colubrid is good for you, but one thing nice about the ball pythons is they just kind of that's all they do.
She was buried.
They're almost like a pet rock. So
she was buried, and I didn't want her to think my fingers were food.
Yeah, she might try to think Cornelius is food.
So here she is, our beautiful girl, our Mexican king black snake. She has a beautiful shiny belly. And sometimes she will think your fingers are food. But right now she's okay. She was buried. They love their aspen, so.
I wouldn't get her too close to him. King snakes do eat other snakes. So.
She ain't eating that.
Yeah, she might try to bite him though.
I doubt it.
So anyway, that's what we got going on with the colubrids. I think this is pretty much all of our colubrids. I think.
Yeah, except for the missing one.
Well, he's around here somewhere. So he's the only one we haven't showed you. But we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and take this rack here out of this room and probably put it in the display room with the other reptiles that we have. We have turtles. We got turtles and we got bearded dragons and uromastyx, frogs.
The iguana.
Yeah.
She's out in the living room right now walking around. She comes and goes when she wants.
I love reptiles, so you know.
We did pick up a rescue bearded dragon last night. He went after work on his way home work. I guess somebody moved out an apartment and they just left their bearded dragon.
So, which, if you got an animal that you can't take care of anymore, make sure that you get the animal to somebody that can take care of it. Even
the Humane Society or the SPCA, drop them off. Just drop them off. If you're scared about them putting your name down or something, have somebody else do it for you, or just don't leave them out in the cold because she was left out in the cold.
Yeah, they're not going to care if you're dropping something off. They're not going to worry about all that. But anyway, this is what we got going on with our colubrids. We do have some of them that we're going to be pairing up and that kind of stuff, and hopefully we'll get some clutches from some of them. And but anyway, thanks for watching the video. Appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe.
And hit the bell.
And we'll see you next time.